So it's time for our tradition of the top 5 DVC resorts for 2023. So what one did go number 1 for us? We'll let you know here in a second.
I'm Kim.
I'm Brad.
We're 6260 Ohana, California. And today we're going to talk about those top 5 resorts that would be awesome to stay at for 2023 and be our choice based on ride openings and new things coming to Walt Disney World and sometimes just good standbys.
Yeah, so let's get into them. Number 5 is Bay Lake Tower.
Okay, so Bay Lake Tower is probably not one of our favorite resorts. We haven't stayed there, but I've stayed at the Contemporary before, so I can't really stay with the rooms. But I would say because there is that walkway monorail option to Magic Kingdom with so much opening and starting up in 2023.
Yeah, you really cannot dismiss the proximity to Magic Kingdom, especially if you have small ones that really want to go Magic Kingdom all the time and that monorail. And like Kim said, there's new openings, which is the big one, which is
Tron, which is opening April 4th, 2023. We just found out today, so that is a huge exciting news. I'm glad we're able to share that, and that is going to be a huge ride that a lot of us have been really looking forward to.
Yep. And also, you got to think about that lounge up on top of the Bay Lake Towers, which you get a good view of.
Well, Happily Ever After is returning.
It's a lot of changes, isn't there?
And that is coming April 3rd. So if you want to be able to enjoy Tron, Happily Ever After, and all the fun stuff at Magic Kingdom, and really make it a quick walk over to Magic Kingdom, I like that because you can walk over anytime. You don't have to wait for the monorails to start up. If you want to get the early front of the line to get to the gates, this is a great resort to stay at.
And there's also boats to Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness.
So that's kind of nice because one of our favorite things is to go resort hopping and try different restaurants, activities of places that we're not staying.
Especially going to the Hoopity-Doo at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah, that's a tradition for us.
Okay, let's go to our number 4 pick of this year, which is
Boulder Ridge Villas.
What?
This is shocking, right? The biggest thing is because these rooms are being remodeled the end of last year and will be wrapped up by spring 2023. Why do we say that? Is because we love Wilderness Lodge so much, and it can be really hard to get rooms at Copper Creek Villas.
Wilderness Lodge with Copper Creek Villas going in actually opened up some more new outdoor eatery areas and some nice new perks for being DVC members there. But mostly is that Boulder Ridge is going to give you a great value for remodeled rooms.
And quite frankly, sometimes it's an easier resort to get into. So if you wanted to take that boat over to the Magic Kingdom and you wanted to stay close to all those fun things that are happening at Magic Kingdom this year, this is a really great option. That boat ride over to Magic Kingdom is one of my favorite things. It's just like the relaxing, easy way to kind of start the day. It's very scenic. At the end of the day, especially if it's dark, it's just kind of magical. And the other thing about these remodeled rooms at Boulder Ridge Villa is instead of a pull-out sofa bed, they now have like those pull-down beds, which we've had when we stayed at the Poly.
So you have those Murphy beds that come out of the wall. That saves a lot of room. That's always great to have.
And not only that, I tried it and it's not lumpy, it's comfortable. So I think all of us would prefer a pull-down Murphy versus an old couch bed.
Of course. Okay, let's go to our number 3 pick of the year, which is
Old Key West. I love this old standby. I love that it's a good budget resort for points. Easy availability. There's a variety of size of room. And if you had like a big family reunion or something, those 3-bedroom villas are cheaper there than any other resort that has a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, this is actually one of the ones that we stayed at recently. Our son loves. He wants to go back there because of all the activities that they had at the community center. So this was the original DVC resort, so it's great to be back into that old area and see how it was.
What's kicked it all off. Not only that, there's also the boat ride to Disney Springs.
Yeah, that's a great boat ride. It's just fun to go on, even just to relax if you're going back and forth.
If you haven't figured out, Brad and I really like boats at Walt Disney World.
Yeah. Planes, trains. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have any planes yet.
Maybe Skyliners.
Okay, let's go to our number 2 for the year, which is
Boardwalk Villas. I really like this because it is an easy walk to Epcot. A little bit harder walk to the Hollywood Studios. You can get over to the Beach and Yacht Club, and you could technically walk over to Swan and Dolphin. So that opens up a ton of dining and entertainment options for you.
Like there isn't a ton of dining and eating options over at Boardwalk itself. I mean, you've got a lot of restaurants, a lot of things to be able to eat, places to drink, entertainment. It has it all.
And let's not forget the Abracadabra bar.
Now, the only reason that we would have a little bit of down on this is the rooms are not very themed.
Well, and actually the only argument is recently they have remodeled the lobby and it's kind of taken away some theming. So that's kind of disappointing, but they also have so many restaurant options. I feel like when you have kids and at the end of the day you want something that still has really good food, that you can not feel like you're eating like the quick service as much, that this is a good option.
Yeah, it's a great option for availability, points. It kind of has it all wrapped up into one.
Right, and not only that, you also have the boats down to Hollywood Studios. They also have a Skyliner if you want to go down to the Riviera and enjoy the resort, or over to the Caribbean Beach Resort. So there's lots of great options, easy transportation, and once again, there are so many new things going on at Walt Disney World, including Epcot Forever is coming back on April 3rd, so that'll be something fun. Plus, you always have festivals going on.
Epcot, again, ton of dining options. It's awesome. It's a quick walk over. A lot of you may be surprised we didn't choose the Beach Club over this. The reason is availability. Boardwalk is easier to get into.
And quite frankly, when we stayed at Beach Club, of the 2 times we've stayed, we used the pool like 1 out of the whole day, the Storm Along Bay. We didn't use it as much as we want to, and then we kind of felt guilty because we were staying there and we didn't use it.
But we did use Abracadabra bar a lot more. We want to use the piano bar. There's so much more to do over there for us.
Yeah, the jelly rolls is what Brad's talking about. And of course you have flying fish. And also at the Boardwalk, you have the Carousel Coffee quick cart that's opening up. And you're also getting the Cake Bake Shop that's due to open late 2023.
Yeah, that's going to be where the old ESPN cafe was.
Also at the Boardwalk Villas, with every new ride that's been opening at Epcot, it's easy to get there very quickly and not have to depend on transportation time. So there's always something going on at Epcot.
Yeah, so let's get into our number 1, which is going to be the biggest surprise for anybody that's heard us talk about this resort before.
But let's talk about some honorable mentions.
Oh, what's our honorable mentions?
Okay, normally on our list would be the Poly. The only reason this year the Poly did not make our list was because so much construction's going on.
Yeah, they did the room remodels. They did a ton of different things with the new adding of the Murphy beds. Problem is, there's a new tower being built. There's going to be a lot of noise and probably a lot more construction over there. And could create some more inconvenience this year over there. We love the Poly. It's still near and dear to our heart. It's just not there this year. So, what is our number 1?
The villas at the Grand Floridian. I'm blown away this has made our list. It made it before, but for a whole new reason this year is not only all those new things happening at Disney's Magic Kingdom, but the biggest thing is they have new studios that just opened up. So that new DVC building, which was the old Big Pines building. Yeah,
this gives you huge new options for a lot of us who always wanted to stay there, and the points and everything else to stay there. You just didn't get that option. And now points are starting at 16 points per night.
Now that'll be value season, of course, but the fact that it opens up more options for more people to stay there. And they look like they're very spacious rooms.
Yeah, another great thing, obviously, with Tron and everything else we talked about going on in Magic Kingdom, is you got a ton of modes of transportation. You got the monorail, you got the boats, and you could walk. That walk is not a bad walk.
No, we've done that before, and especially if you're trying to get there early and try to beat the crowds to get on Tron, perfect.
Just don't do it in the rain. You get a little wet. So, yeah, really, it has everything you would want there. It has a lot of dining options, and it really just tops our list this year because of how new it is, the great
location
and rooms. I mean, everything is there for you this year.
So if you found this video helpful,
please like,
subscribe,
and follow along our Ohana.
I'm interested to see what would make your top 5 lists for 2023 for DVC Resorts. Please comment below. So we'll put in our reviews of Old Key West and the Boardwalk Villas and the villas at the Grand Floridian. We did not stay in the new building, but we stayed in the old building. So that's kind of fun to see.
Yep. So with that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye and
find your magic. Bye, everyone.